Hey everybody, what is up? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Of course, I'm saying good afternoon because I have my proteges over in the Banjul Gambia who will probably be listening in. But welcome to my Facebook, my social media, my YouTube, wherever you're going to see this video at. Welcome. So this is going to be a pretty lengthy discussion. So if you're at work, don't worry, you don't have to sit through the entire thing. You can find the rest of it over on YouTube or all the other social media platforms, but I'm going to jump right into it. So I'm here this morning doing a consultation. And so to me, this is very, very, very important. To those of you who don't know, I am the author of What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. I have podcasts, I have YouTube, I have Instagram, I have Snapchat, I have all this stuff, where you guys can find me under either LaDosha Wright or What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon and all that cool stuff. What's up, Veronica? What's up, me? I see you out there. And so we are going to get started with the consultation. So my guest came in this morning, and so what I'm going to do is just show you some of the things that she has brought to me. Now, this discussion is not to put down any product, any service, any hair salon. This discussion is to merely draw attention to my latest podcast, which is about who cares for natural hair. Who is really going to care for natural hair? Because the scope of this term, natural hair, has taken on a whole new movement that is segregating and separating the beauty industry into something that I think is terribly, terribly racist. I think it's classist. I want to say it's sexist, but I don't think I can say that. So she's coming to the hair salon because what are you concerned about this morning? You want your hair to what? What are you looking for?
My concern this morning is that I want my hair to look well. I want my hair to feel well. I want my hair to have moisture. I want my hair to look a natural gloss and beauty to it. And I have not found a product that can do that. I have not found a beautician that really is knowledgeable and experienced and have done the in-depth study on how to take care of natural hair.
All right, so you hear so you see how layered her concerns are, and this is why we want you guys to visit protectmyprofession.com and sign the petition, because me being on this modality, this is what these lawmakers do not understand. The consumers are looking for a more intelligent, vetted, experienced, creative, professional. She says she wants to make sure that this person understands, here we go with this term again, natural hair. So my biggest concern, number one, is the term natural hair and who's going to care for it. Somehow, some way, the infodemic that's taking place on these social media platforms, they have confused the masses. So what I'm going to do is ask her, now this is not scripted, by the way, when you say natural hair, what does that mean to you?
Natural hair means hair that has not been chemically processed.
Okay, so to her, she is saying that natural hair that has not been, turn that down, has not been chemically processed, okay? So let me just say this. That's on every person's head of hair, right? Because when you use shampoos and conditioners, you're going to chemically process the hair. We're going to talk about this and you're going to see this. So that's one of the biggest myths, that somehow if you're not using two ingredients that you mix together, such as in hair color or relaxer, that you're not going to have a chemical or some type of a reaction on the hair. So that is the biggest myth, okay? So cosmetologists and people who do locks, braids, extensions, and all this, that, and the third, they too are using chemicals, all right? So let's get this understood. From a cosmetologist standpoint, I believe, I can't speak for everyone, but just give me some feedback and please talk to me and please share this video. But from a licensed professional standpoint, if it grows from your scalp, it's natural. So we are licensed to care for the hair that grows from your scalp, whether you alter it with a shampoo, conditioner, chemicals, water, flat irons, okay? So this is how we look at hair. All right, so these are some of the products that she's used. So she has some Rogaine, which for the record is medically. When we say medically, we're talking about the FDA, the Food, Drug, and Administration, has approved that this product medically, medicinally, it will regrow hair. Now we're talking about bald heads of hair, so I am not getting paid to say this. This is my professional. This is a fact. I can't even say, I didn't make this stuff up. Okay. She also has brought in some tea tree oil, and didn't you have a little bottle of water or something? Okay, so she's taking the tea tree oil, she's mixing it with some water, and she's using this to pre-cleanse her hair. And then next up, she has a shampoo that's created for dry, damaged hair, and it's also for relaxed, again, natural hair. So you see how they're playing on the public. We have to, this is going to be my job. I'm telling you right now. When you say, what's next up in your career? I'm about to shut these fools down because they done lost their rabbit ass minds, okay? So here you have relaxed and natural. The FDA has said that you have to be forthright when you are putting stuff on here. And so, yes, this is forthright. But to the consumer, this is wordplay gone wild. So it says relaxed and natural hair. Again, the consumer is thinking that natural means anything that is not a chemical like this relaxer. But if you turn this bottle around, I guarantee you this reads nothing but chemicals, and I'm not even going to bore you with trying to read. So there we have a problem, okay? And this is a wonderful product. But we're just talking about the branding process, because as social media and how we guys find information in the future, you guys, we have to be careful, because no longer, pretty soon, we're not going to be typing this stuff in. We're going to be talking this stuff. And so this artificial intelligence is going to start to feed us back the information that's going to be fraudulent and it's going to be fake. So because we're putting it in there. So we're going to have to take ownership for this. So you see, the beauty industry is going to now begin to fade out because we're not using these terms that the public is using, but yet the public doesn't have the education. So we have to be careful. Next up, she's using a Yellow Out conditioner by Bantu. She's also using another conditioner. And again, this says for relaxed, natural, for dry, damaged hair. So I would like to know what makes the hair damaged and dry, the relaxer, or would it be the natural hair? So we're kind of, a little bit on that. And what do they mean by damage? That's a very big definition. Damage has a very broad definition in a hair salon and barber shop, okay? Next up, she has 2 thermal protectants that she's using. Okay, so she's going to use these 2 when she blow dries, but when she begins to flat iron, she's going to come back and she's going to use this one. And then she has another serum. Now you use this one for?
Sometimes I'll use that after I flat iron it, just to give it a little bit more. It seems to give it a little bit more shine.
Okay, so she's using this for shine, okay? And that is what the product said. Well, but it says it's a heat protectant. So she's using this as a heat protectant. I mean, that's for shine, but the product, it says that's not what it's for. Okay, the company is saying that this is a heat protectant. So we have to, see these labels, okay? Now, of course, I'm going to suggest because I'm going to start doing this, is that we start demanding that these companies color code this stuff. And you know how like stop? And then when you buy stuff and it says danger, and then you see a sign that says warning, we need to have this type of labeling to make this easier across the consumer board so we don't see, this is what I call product overkill. Overkill. Now you have to understand that not all cosmetologists, let alone natural hair stylists, have this information, because understand that Senate Bill 235, I believe, they are saying that the people who service the hair that is not chemically altered do not need this education that I'm sharing with you on this platform. And I hope you guys will begin to understand that this is not a joke. Tomorrow we are going to have our opponent hearing in Columbus, and so I'm going to be very poignant about from a consumer's perspective. I want to give them some facts, but we have to protect the consumer. Next up, she has hair and scalp conditioner. So this is another hair and scalp conditioner, and so this one, it says it's, what is this made? It's coconut oil. And so when you read the ingredients on this, there's no coconut oil in this. This is a conditioner. And then also, she has another product from Hollywood Beauty, and this one also is coconut oil. So may I ask, what are these two products being used for?
This one is used, I use that product maybe a couple days a week just to put on my hair and the edges.
So this is for her edges and for her hair, you know, get a little cuteness jumping off, all right?
And that particular jar I use to grease my scalp twice a week, just the scalp.
Okay, so this says hair and scalp conditioner. Yeah. Again, do you understand that companies who manufacture, people who do marketing and branding, they have zero concept of the culture of hairstyling for Black, African American, brown people who were enslaved. That's two different people who come. We're not talking about Black people from other parts of the world. We're talking about a situation that was specific to the Americas. So the Jamaicans, they have a different premise from their historical perspective of slavery. I can't speak to it because I'm not from Jamaica, and no, I'm not going to rely on Google and a book to tell me. I would have to go over to Jamaica and read their history. So again, you have to understand that in her mind, this is a product that says hair and scalp, and she's using this to grease her scalp. So now we're going to get into why I need you guys to visit protectmyprofession.com and sign 3 petitions. I need you guys to write. I need you guys to vote. Today is the last day for voter registration. These folks ain't playing. And I'm telling you right now, their goal is to, I'm telling you, they're going to segregate this industry, and they're going to make sure that a certain group of people don't have to deal with people like her. I promise you. Trust and believe me what I'm telling you. These people, meaning the Institute for Justice, they out they rabbit ass minds. I said it on my blog, on my podcast this morning. When you are talking about stopping the education for one group of people opposed to or comparison, whichever verb or contrasting word you want to use, you are practicing discrimination. You can call it natural hair. You can call it niggas only, for Negroes only, coloreds, whites. It is segregation. You can call it the ethnic aisle. I don't care what you call it. It's segregation. And segregation is very, very nasty and not helpful in hair. Now, it might be cool to say, well, we want our Black dollars to be with us. I'm not going to argue that, because to each his own. But when it comes to human anatomy, segregation has no place, because the science of hair has proven over and over again that hair is a human anatomy. It is not a racial assignment. So this is going to be good news for some people and some bad news. But watch out for these products with this Black hair care and this natural hair care crap. Because remember, they are using this artificial intelligence. All of what I'm saying gets into an algorithm and all these things that these people do with this information. And what they're going to do with this information is use it to stamp out and eradicate this natural hair and put them under the radar on their own set, because we ain't going to regulate them, and we're not going to educate them, because they're going to have to own up to slavery. You're talking about a person who wants to grease her scalp when your scalp makes your own, when it makes its own oil. You do not have to grease your scalp. The only person who should be telling you to put something on your scalp is your dermatologist. Now, we're not talking about a little patch that you want to cover up. You know, I'm on this YouTube and on this Facebook or whatever I'm on. And if I have a dry spot, I will put some oil on. I don't want to be on here looking all crazy. But we're talking about as a practice. Now, some things are safe to go on the scalp and some things are not, whether you have a medical degree or not. But I can guarantee you, this product says coconut oil, but the number one ingredient is petroleum. And I'm not hating on petroleum. Petroleum for some people is bad, and petroleum for some people is good. But what we know for sure is toxic, but so is vodka, and I'm not going to stop drinking it. Within reason. You see where I'm going with this, okay? We have to put this stuff into perspective. So we need education for those natural hairstylists to protect this consumer. All right? Next up, she said she was looking for moisture. Isn't that what you want?
Yes.
Now, why do you want moisture on your hair?
Because moisture, for me, I can only speak for myself, it seems to be able to style better if it's moisturized.
So moisturized.
And it doesn't, and if it's brittle, your hair tends to break. At least mine was breaking if it didn't have the moisture. And then when you comb it, it doesn't comb freely. And styling.
Okay.
Styling,
so now, when you
almost
say moisture, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Okay.
What do you mean by moisture? Help me and the people. By the way, I see some cosmetologists on the feed, and I love you for giving me some of your attention. And holla at your girl if just give me some hearts. If like LaDosha, I think you just might be on to something. Okay. So tell us, what is moisture in your mind?
Moisture is like water that goes into the skin, goes into the hair. It does.
Give me that.
It goes into the hair and into the hair follicles to make it more nutritional. It gives it a different look. It also helps it to be able to hold a style.
So she says that moisture is something that can be absorbed into the hair to make the hair style. It makes it more manageable, and it gives the hair a certain look. Now, any licensed cosmetologist would tell you that's hogwash.
Oh.
It's bullshit. It's no other way to say it. And they say people who cuss have limited vocabulary. I have a limited threshold and vocabulary for this. Moisture is moist. It's wet. You cannot style hair that's straight in any capacity if it is moist. Now, if you want to rock your jerry curl, if you want to rock your wash and wear, there are some instances where you want the hair to have a certain dew or hue to it. But water will never give it to you. Water will never give it to you. Why? Who wants to know why water will never, ever, 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 ever bring moisture to your hair? Cheddar, would you like to know? Because it dries. Oh my gosh. Who gave me a heart button? Thank you. It evaporates, people. Water dries. And water in America, we have to treat it so that thank you, Darnita, thank you. We have to treat it with certain chemicals so that when we drink it, we don't get sick. And some of these chemicals, they're safe and our body will get rid of them. But a lot of them end up on the hair.
Why, Miss LaDosha? Why, Miss LaDosha, does most of your products that you use always have the word moisture in it and moisturize on it?
Why?
Why is
Because
that?
they want your what?
Money.
Money. They want your money. Because cosmetologists, we're not on this platform. From now on, we're going to have to do a salon visit like this. Because if we don't, they're going to shut it down. Shut it down. They're going to shut this baby down. Do you hear what I'm saying? The public is like, I ain't got time to visit LaDosha. I'm on the way to work. Let me see what she's talking about. The public is saying, I don't have time. I'm not even going to a hair salon. You know, you got a large group of people. They have no, I'm talking about not one iota to actually enter a hair salon. So are we going to let these people fall by the wayside? The medical community doesn't do it. The legal community does not do it. The wellness community doesn't do it. You know, are we going to be like the mental health community and let these people fall through the cracks? Yes, I said it. The mental health community is failing in a lot of ways when you just see on the headline news that the Boy Scouts of America is filing for bankruptcy because in addition to that, they have some lawsuits around abuse. They talk about mental health issues. Are we going to let our customers fall through the cracks because they don't enter a hair salon? How dare you if you say yes? This is our responsibility. This is why they want to get rid of the education. They want to lower the standards and eventually get rid of it. That's where I'm going. Because, go ahead.
Going to a hair care, we need to even change beauty salon. Change that because it's hair care to me, not a beauty salon.
Not a beauty, two different things. This is a real person right here talking. I'm not putting her own business on here. This is a real person.
Hair salon is different from a beauty salon.
It is. There is a difference between
and
hair.
It's just like me scheduling to get a mammogram because I'm concerned about my body.
Okay.
And I'm concerned about my hair because my hair is part of me.
Oh. Where they at? Can I get some finger snaps? This is not a joke,
it's
people.
Part of who I am.
This is a part of who she is.
That's right.
She's
it's
not playing around.
Segregated.
This is not even think about doing that, okay? So here we have it. Next up, what else do we have? We also have, now she's using some tea tree oil, this tea tree oil, all essential oils, just about all of them, they're antifungal, antimicrobial, antiviral, antibacterial. They have a lot of super duper, powers. However, the tea tree oil on Afro hair can make it just a little bit brittle. But it will work well on the scalp, but be careful with getting this on the hair, okay? So we wrapped up that these products will not give her moisture because they are all, that's not what they just can't do it. That's number one. What's the best way you think my tenderoni here can get some moisture? Cheddar, you have any idea? My colleague Cheddar back here, you got me on Instagram? That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork, make the damn dream work. Okay, what ways can she really get moisture, people? Just drink the water. Drink the water, people. Not the red Kool-Aid. Don't you drink that. If you drink that red Kool-Aid, you ain't gonna wake up, okay? You can drink cherry Kool-Aid, but don't, no, I'm just kidding. Drink water. If you want moisture into your hair, you drink water. You want to know why? Because your body recognizes the molecular structure of the two molecules of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. That's something that on a cellular level,
that is profound.
Your body can say, what up, G? I ain't seen you in a long time. Let's get this party started quickly, right? This is how this happens. When you drink water, the more water you drink, the cells begin to communicate. They actually have a party in your body to do miraculous things that none of these products, no hairstylist, no styling tool can do. So whenever you say your hair is dry, it's going to be two things. You either mean it's coated, and that means it's time for it to be cleansed, or you are dehydrated. Where are my medical people? This is why I keep saying we need to partner with our medical practitioners to help, because we see things. Thank you, Nisa. We see things before the doctor. Her doctor don't see. Now, we can't diagnose that she's dehydrated. No, we can't play doctor, but we can support the medical communities, the holistic community's mission to get our citizens healthy. Please drink water. Don't buy this stuff. You know, let them tell you what is damaged hair. Are they talking to snapping? Are they speaking to excessive shedding? Are they speaking to tangle and the cuticles are exposed? It's overprocessed. We have specific terminology within our industry that we define as damaged. You can't come in and say, oh, my hair is damaged. You can say it, but it is our job to ease the fear, ease the infodemic. That's what this is, infodemic, that's taking over the cosmetology industry by these autodidacts. That's just the bottom line. She says when you drink water, will it affect the hair at the roots? And that has already grown out. Can I get that scale right there, Cheddar? And that's a good question, that scale. There it is, that skin scale. All the way to the back, keep going. There we go, bam. All right, so she wants to know what's gonna happen when you drink this water, okay? Will it affect the hair at the roots, okay? Guess what I got? My homegirl Skinny Scales. See, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Because this doesn't make any sense. This makes sense, don't it? Because when you drink water, it's coming into these here, your veins, your arteries. Do they carry the blood? What do they do? The arteries carry and the veins do what? Go ahead, tell me. We got a phlebotomist in the house. If she don't know, oh Lord, she on spot. What do the veins do, Cheddar? Where you get the blood from, the veins or the artery? Where you get the blood?
From the veins.
You get
the heart, then the artery,
From the heart and the veins.
Okay, so you're gonna get so the blood is carrying the nourishments, right? And the arteries are taking stuff away.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
From the heart.
From the heart. That's a phlebotomist. We have a phlebotomist on our team. This ain't a joke, people. This is not a joke. So when you drink the water, the molecules in the water is going to help with that flow to where, Cheddar? Your heart. That's why I said, who cares for natural hair? Don't let these people do this. This woman needs hair care. Like I said, she don't need a hairstyle. She doesn't need a hair. She can do that herself. I don't need you to do that, Ladosha. Let's not be foolish. When they're talking about natural hair care, I don't need the government coming in telling me how to braid my cousin's hair. I don't need the government in my business telling me how to add extensions. I don't need the government in my business telling me how to do some locks. Hold on, let me get this palm roll. The government ain't had nothing to do with that. No, they don't. The government don't have a lot of things to do with a whole bunch of things. It's called regulation for safety. The government ain't teach you how to drive, but they got lines in the street to do what? Keep you from going on the other side. It's just called protection of the consumers. Y'all don't make this stuff so personal. Don't make it personal. The government ain't gonna do with me doing my cousin's hair. So what you saying? Your cousin don't deserve the same type of sanitation practices as the customer in a hair salon? Listen at what you are saying. Are we so black? Are we so African? Are we so traumatized from slavery that we don't want education? We invented education. What is that? What are you saying? Listen to what you are saying. Listen to what is happening. Have you been to Africa? Have you, as a braider, as a person who's specializing in natural hair and don't use chemicals, and everything I use is natural and organic, have you been to Africa? And why am I asking that question? Because they have no clue of what you African Americans are talking about. There is a distinct difference between what I'm going to do to her hair at home and what I'm going to do to her hair in a salon. At home, it's different. This is my cousin Nene, girl, hold your hair still. This is my culture. All black cultures don't have Nene. I got Nene, Shanae, Shaniqua. That's my culture. You have another culture of African Americans that have no clue of this dialect. They don't talk like this and that. This is not a black thing. It's a human thing. And there are so many subcultures within the African American community in America, it don't make any sense. In Africa, they're called tribes. In America, they're called subcultures. You can use any word you want to use. Don't make me no difference. Tribe, subculture. We do it differently. We do it differently. She wanted her hair to be white. Is that what she said, Cheddar? And I'm going to show you what happened. So this is her hair. Let me just bring her. I ain't got no fancy camera. So here she go. So as you can see, her hair is blonde. Okay, so tell our people what had happened was when you went to the hair salon for a professional hair color. What was your request?
My request was to just color the temples and make it
And what color?
white, because I have natural white hair in the front. And I just wanted a contrast as with my temples being white as well, because I do like the gray coming in. As a result of that, the person who did my hair did not give me what I asked for. And what happened was, when she was finished, she had taken too much of it and colored it. And whatever she did, don't know the terms of what she did or how she did it. But the result was that it was yellow.
So she went to get her hair white, and her hair ended up yellow.
It was green.
And it ended up yellow and green. Okay? So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Okay? First of all, you ain't making no hair white. Let's just get this understood. So quit. But again, it is the onus is on us. This is why I'm going live as much as I can, because this is where y'all at, okay? Some people aren't in the hair salons, and we're not putting down hair salons and people who don't know what they're doing. We're showing you why they need education, vetted education, certified. These are certified education. We don't just pay money and DECA gives us these certifications. No, we have to take a test, don't we, Cheddar? A real live before and after test. And if you don't pass, you don't leave the class until you what? You get the information. Now you can walk out and leave, but you don't get what? You ain't getting that certificate. They're not going to give it to you. It's not going to happen. So this company assures us, DECA Plus, assures us that we are, and you guys get to benefit. This is why we have this up. Because I don't want you guys to think I'm just up here talking out the side of my neck. I know I look like I am, but I'm not. You cannot make hair white. You can get inside of a banana peel. That's number one. Number two, when you're removing color from hair, you're removing pigment. And this ain't a racist or racial or black thing, but melanin is magical. And it's also hard as hell to remove. When you lighten hair, you're eating up the natural pigments. You're getting rid of it. You're washing it out. That's why they say bleach. But you can't do it on people with a lot of melanin in their skin. So her hair is white. And I know what y'all thinking. Well, why would she put the color on it? It just didn't get whiter. That's because gray hair is a hair disorder. Listen to what I'm saying, people. It is an actual mutation gene. It's the gene that's mutated. It's lost its worldly way. And it can happen either through diet or through genetic assignment. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Are you listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth? Are you listening to what I'm saying? Look it up. Don't cook it up. That's what my best friend Chill says. Don't look it up. Don't cook it up. Look it up. Don't just go to Google. Get you an actual medical book or a Milady's Standard Book of Cosmetology, and it will tell you that gray hair is a disorder. So what that means is her natural dark pigment is gone on top, on the naked eye. But when you put that color underneath, guess what's there? Her underlying pigment. You see what I'm saying? It's still there, but you don't see it because she has a disorder. Oh, I'm great because I'm wise. I earned these gray hair. Oh, shut the hell up with that. That doesn't make any sense. It's just a wives' tale that people who are older, that they say, because you can distinctly see a person with gray hair that's different from a person who's younger. And I'm not nowhere near 1,000 years old, but I have all white hair, and I don't know if I'm no wiser to the less or whatever. But that's just something that people mature. That's a personal, a cultural, what they call that thing when people say that's the, I don't know. I forgot.
Gray hair means that you have wisdom.
It means that you have that's like a mother wit.
Especially in Africa.
And it's a wives' tale. But scientifically, huh?
What about dumb people?
Dumb people. Dumb people got gray hair too. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, dumb people I didn't say it. But yes, I know. So dumb people have great, but these are sayings. They're colloquialisms is the word I'm looking for. They don't have any scientific merit. They're just saying things to help us feel better about as we age, so we don't feel bad about having this white hair. But it doesn't always happen when you turn 65 or 55. I've had this white hair since I was 27 years old. Some people have it at birth. Yeah. Some people start at 17 years old. Yeah. So if they say that they've earned it, that's personal. It's cultural within their culture, their subculture, or their tribe. But from a scientific standpoint, it has no merit that when you get older, you get gray hair. It is a disorder. It is a genetic assignment that it can be brought on by medicine, certain traumas or illnesses, something that can happen to shock the mechanisms of where the color molecules are taking place, and you begin to lose pigment. So that's what is happening. But as you can see, her hair really is orange and yellow because her underlying pigment is there. So I hope we got any questions over there? We're doing good?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful. I hope you guys would join me. And this is not a movement, by the way. I'm not about to call this no movement. We're going to exact our position that we're not going to have the United States of America and the Institute for Justice segregate the beauty industry by saying that people without chemicals in their hair don't need to have as much education as people who do have chemicals in their hair. And you know what they're really saying is black people. That's because, to me, now this is the personal attention, a personal position. If they pass this bill, that means those best cuts, great clips, and all those parliamentary schools, all them people, they just, I don't want to deal with that. So let them have it. Because if she comes into great clips with all this grease and stuff, I guarantee you know what they're going to say, right? I'm just going to put it all up here. They're going to say, we don't do what kind of hair, Cheddar?
That.
What kind of hair?
That.
Come on, what that mean? That translation.
That, right.
Give me the word. Who are that?
That means we don't do textured hair.
Who have textured hair?
Everybody.
Give me the race of people that they talking about. No, quit saying African American people.
People.
They said we don't do black people. Yep. You know what they gonna say. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, coloreds.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Negroes. I'm sorry, niggas. I'm sorry, African Americans. I'm sorry, Africans. I'm sorry, Egyptians. I'm sorry, Nigerians. I'm sorry, whoever they think black people have this kind of hair, we can't service you. And when they segregate the industry, they ain't got to. Why? Because we don't do that kind of hair no more. That's for y'all. Y'all wanted it. Y'all got it. Your mama used to say, believe what you ask for. Why? Because you just might get it. You just might get it. Thank you. Someone yelled out, black. You absolutely right. Is it possible for the color to come back after gray? No, it's a genetic disorder. You cannot. My hair will never turn back. My hair is pretty white, just like her. I mean, when I say pretty, I don't mean as in cute. I mean as in very. It's very white, okay? I do have some black still throughout my hair, but for the most part, it's 90% white. Thank you so much, Veronica. Hit them heart buttons. You better teach that. That's what I'm talking about. So no, your hair won't come back black. Now, if it's a medical condition, it may, because once you get back on track, the disorder can be reversed. And have I seen it? Yeah, I have. Honestly, I really have seen people's gray hair come back that was brought on by trauma. Some people, like death, it just, it really, I've seen people's hair, cancer, the hair turned white and then they got well and the hair came back in. It's natural pigment. So I have seen it only in medical instances, but not a lot, but I have seen it. However, to those of us who have the genetic what's that called? Canites, what's that one called? Canites, it's a word. Oh gosh, I forgot. Cheddar forgot it too. So there's an actual term when you inherit it, and there's also a term for when it happens in trauma, okay? And so there you have it, a real life consultation. What's our resolve for her is that I'm not going to count on my eyes to tell me what's going on with her hair. No, boys and girls, I'm going to actually use a microscope. They do have microscopes. I think these things should be in every salon, but nobody asked me. And so what I'm going to do is put this scope on her scalp. We sanitize with a little alcohol, okay? And then alcohol. I'm just playing, y'all. Alcohol, okay? And so we're going to put this on her scalp so she can see what lies beneath. Oh, wow. And that's
Tell me about it.
So she said, tell me about it. So your hair and scalp does something called atom breaks. So her hair is telling us a story. And so her hair and scalp is telling us a story. So the first story that her hair and scalp is telling us is that it's not clean. Duh. It needs a scope. But what we want to look at is the severity of how unclean is this scalp. This scalp is severely unclean, and it would be because she's using these heavy, this coconut oil. People, please. Somebody put hashtag don't use coconut oil. Help me out. I need a keeper.
Garbage.
Okay, so she can't use it. It's hard to wash off the hair. And you guys can't see it. When I get some more money, I'm gonna have a cameraman to come up close. But is this and it looks like a sheet of ice. Yeah, that's all that. The mouth, this is the little tiny hole that her hair is growing out of. And so here we can see that the mouth of the follicle is clogged with all of this stuff. You guys see what I'm saying? This is what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Our natural hair, will they have this type of information? I'm not quite sure.
No.
I'm not quite sure.
No.
We got to understand, because you can't see that with the human eye. One question before we sign off.
So was that coconut oil that you just microscoped on the...
That was all the product. She got so much built up on her scalp. We'd be all day on this feed. We're going to get it off, but it's not going to happen in one visit. Okay. It's not going to happen in one visit. We're going to help her out. We cannot get rid of the blonde that's in her hair, by the way. It will have to grow out. Okay, you cannot get rid of it. Her underlying pigment was revealed. They did use a lightener, and so it's just nothing you can do about it. So bleach don't turn your hair white. Water won't give you moisture. No, you can't grease your scalp. No, these companies have no idea of the subcultural practices that are being practiced in America by black people when it comes to their hair. I'm sure they're not even aware of all of this. Please follow me on all of the social media platforms. Check out my latest blog. Visit I have a blog, actual blog called AskLaDosha, blogspot.com.
Someone wants to know, are you going to tune in and show the after effects?
Yes, I will tune in and show the after effects. Okay, so now we got some conversations going. I'm not going crazy. I am upset. Visit protectmyprofession.com and sign the petition. Please share this video. I will be there tomorrow to speak on your behalf to protect the public as much as I possibly can, and use the hashtag who will care for natural hair. Peace, love, and hair. And if you ain't got no hair, then do what? Oh, you better rub your beautiful bald head. I love y'all so much. All right.